It's May 22nd, 2022, Sunday afternoon. I'm Todd Dunn, and today I am at the Great Harbor Marina. We were thinking about taking the boat out for the first time this afternoon, but I'll show you what it looks like out the harbor. There you go. As you can see, there's a wall of fog out there. We could cruise around the harbor here in Southwest Harbor, but that would be it. So what I'll do instead is walk over to the boat and talk a little bit about some of our plans for this summer in terms of boat projects. We got a couple little ones. So we'll go down the ramp. Tide is coming in right now, so it's not so bad. And the longer I stay, the flatter it will get. And on a really big negative tide, this ramp is pretty steep. It's about 20 feet down. I'll show it to you from here. This is what it's like at about half tide. And on a negative tide, you could add another 8 feet to that slope, and it's can be quite steep. Okay, we'll walk over, and I'll show you a couple things about the boat. This is D dock, which is the cross dock here. And we're starting to get mostly seasonal boats here. This is a lobster boat that spends the summer here. And this American Tug 34 was a new seasonal last summer, and it's back. Now, these two boats will be leaving soon. They're commercial boats, and I believe this one is too, and probably will be leaving pretty soon, as well as the Island Queen here. I don't know what's up with this little cat boat. It looks like it's been in the water for quite a while, and it's pretty rough, as you can see. And I don't know what the situation is with it or where it's going. Can't imagine somebody would pay for 30 feet of slip space to keep it here this summer. And this little boat here used to hang on a mooring next to me, but people sold it, and it's gone downhill a bit since then. And it's been here since last fall. Another lobster boat that I think will probably be leaving pretty soon. The Elizabeth T is a day cruise boat. And then here we have the Alice E, which is a friendship sloop that does 2- and 3-hour cruises, and they're just getting ready to head out, I believe. Now this is an Ellis 36, and there goes the Alice E out with a load of tourists. And this one's just visiting for a couple of weeks, so it's going to be our neighbor for a little while. And on the other side, there's another Ellis 36. And this is a seasonal here. They'll be here all summer. So here we are, and let me walk back and talk to you a little bit about some of the projects we have to do this summer. First big project, I don't know when it's going to happen, is the Dodger. Now you can see right here, there's a strip of masking tape on this side window, which is pretty scratched up. He's got a loud horn, and the reason it's got the tape there is that the plastic there broke when I went to unfold the Dodger to put it up. And although you might be able to see it through the Dodger, the same thing happened on the other side, and the stitching gave up on the outboard forward window on the starboard side. So this Dodger because it's been in the sun all summer for a number of years. Stitching is giving up. The plastic windows are cracking and breaking. So I think it's time for a new Dodger. Problem with that is there's nobody real close here to build us a Dodger. We'd probably have to send the entire Dodger out to a canvas shop some distance away, and who knows when we would get it back. So I think I might build a hard Dodger. At least I'm going to pattern for it and start drawing one up. I just took a bunch of measurements today. So that is the big project for the summer. If I build a hard Dodger, it'll just be fiberglass. I'll put a couple more solar panels on top of it, and probably put in Lexan semi-flexible windows, 1/8" Lexan or something like that, to give us good visibility and better scratch resistance than what we've got in there now. But that will be a pretty big project. Okay, let's go below and see what my next project is going to be. Okay, here's the next ongoing project. This is a Raymarine Element 7S Chartplotter that I bought last winter on sale. Got a very good price on it, and installed it on the boat. Everything was working fine. We put the boat in the water and the charts wouldn't load. After much fooling around, I'm pretty sure that we had a compromised chart file on the little SD card that they're on, because this chart plotter reads the charts from the SD card every time you power it up. So I made up a new SD card using the rather complicated procedure that Raymarine has, and downloaded a new set of charts. And now it works, but I don't trust it to keep working. So I'm in the process of making up another SD card with the charts on it, if I can. This morning I formatted a 32 gigabyte card to the appropriate format and copied all the necessary files to it, brought it here, and initialized it to the chart plotter. The chart plotter writes some files to the card the first time you power it on with the card in it, and then copied the chart file, which I had downloaded last week, to make up the card that's currently in there. But I think that you can only copy a chart file once, and it keeps track of it, because I copied the chart file to the new card, and even though the machine recognizes the new card, the charts won't load. So I think I'm going to have to download the charts again and hopefully get the system to work. The problem with that is it takes about an hour and a half to download the charts and copy them to the chart card, just because of the details that you have to go through with Raymarine. And I'm not even sure it'll let me download another copy. So we're going to have to see what happens, but I really would like to have a functioning backup chart card just in case. And I really don't want to buy another one. If I do, I'll probably end up buying an avionics card, which will not be cheap. So that's the new chart plotter and the saga of the issues I've had with it. Basically a compromised file on the SD card, and I've got that replaced and it's working again, but like I said, I don't trust it. I don't know how long it's going to continue working, and I would like to have a backup on board, so that if we're in the middle of someplace where I really need to know where I am in detail, I can just plug the backup card in. So that's the projects that we're getting ready to work on right now this summer, as we get ready to take the boat out for the first time. It's going to be a little while before I take the boat out for the first time, because we've got to wait for decent weather. Looks like maybe tomorrow, and if not then, maybe Wednesday. But we're waiting for weather. It was supposed to, the fog was supposed to lift out by 9 o'clock this morning, and it's almost 2 o'clock now, and it obviously has not lifted out. And it's supposed to come back at 5, so there's no point in trying to go out today. We'd just be in the fog. And with the chart plotter that I do not trust yet, I don't want to be out cruising around in the fog. Although in this area I know it well enough, I don't think it would be a huge issue, but I can guarantee you my wife would not be comfortable. So that's where we are today, May 22nd, 2022, here aboard my 1972 Allied Princess 36 Seaquestor. Thanks for watching.